Hi there. Today's Wednesday, April 29th. You read chapter 20 last night. You had a lot of work to do getting ready for everything here. So let me see. Oops, here's chapter 20. All right, so on chapter 20, Opal was speaking with Gloria. She told him about Otis being in jail and what happened. And she started laughing, and sometimes it's just that way. You just got to laugh. And then she talked about Amanda, why she was always pinch-faced, kind of like wasn't really happy or very pleasant. And so it was more to do with her brother had passed away. And she goes, oh yeah, I remember hearing about that. And then she asked a question. She asked a lot of really heartfelt questions, I think, to Gloria. She goes, do you think everyone misses someone like I miss my mom? I mean, the whole story, I mean, she really misses her mom and she just wants her mom there. And she says, yeah, people do that. So then she started reading the next chapter in Gone with a Wind. Gloria was excited to hear the next chapter. And Opal was reading, but while she was reading, her brain was just spinning and going around. And then suddenly she comes up with an idea for a party because they had a barbecue with people coming in. And she kind of lost Gloria for a little bit, but got her back on track and said, let's have peanut butter sandwiches and make egg salad sandwiches and invite people to the party. And she goes, yeah, on one condition. And she said she had to invite the boys, the twins. So she invited the preacher, her dad, Miss Franny, who was so excited. She invited Amanda, who was a little timid, but then said yes, she would come. She invited the twins. She did what she had to there. She invited Otis and said, oh, bring your guitar too. And Sweetie Pie, of course, she wanted to come. And she says, let's make it a dog theme. And she said she was going to bring stuff. And they all said yes in this chapter. But we have lots of things that you need to, had to do. So let's go over those. On page number 18, you had question number 3. As Opal reads to Gloria Dump from the book Gone with the Wind, what idea comes to her mind? And I just talked about it. She wanted to have a party like they did in the book. It wouldn't be a barbecue. And she invited all of her friends to come to this party. So that was a pretty exciting little piece. And at the bottom, I told you to do this yesterday. What book have you read that's also a movie? And then which one did you like better, the book or the movie? So think about that. Make sure you have that one filled out. Page 19, you had to summarize the chapter 20 that we just did. What you put? I made it short. I just put having a party. I thought that was kind of explained what was going to happen in that chapter. They were going to have the party, getting ready for it. Your favorite part. Everyone has a different part that's favorite. Mine was, I thought it was pretty cool how Opal invited all of her friends to the party and how happy it made them they felt when they were invited to this party. And I thought that was pretty special. You should have been writing new words all along, and then you had to give a title for chapter 16 to 20. Those are always hard, aren't they? So let's see. 16 was the litmus lozenges. Litmus loses all while fighting in the Civil War. He lost his mom, his dad, his sisters, and his home. And then he decided to create the lozenges. And then after having some, then Opal finds sorrows about each of her friends in chapter 18 as she starts handing out these lozenges to others. And then chapter 19, Otis tells her why she was in jail. And then chapter 20 was they were going to have a party for everyone. So that's a lot, that's a big span of things to try to put together in one sentence or a phrase. So I thought about it quite a bit. I don't have answers to this, so it's Mrs. Dixon's answers here, but yours could be different. But I was trying to include everything together, and in the end, they're having a party with all their friends. So I said, friends coming together that all have sorrows, because the secret ingredients was sorrow in the candy. And so I figured that was kind of a title to put it together. It was hard to do. You should have your own title, but it really makes us think. But if you had to do a book report on this, if you did this with every chapter and then every 5 chapters come up with a 1 sentence for those 5, oh wow, it's so much easier to write a report using your own words instead of copying things out of a book or off of a computer. So that's what you have to do there. All right, and then draw a picture of something you think represents this section. Well, I had friends that coming together that all had sorrows. I just drew a bunch of stick figure people with smiley faces on them because I didn't know what else to draw. So obviously I just want something there so that I can see you're following instructions and doing that. And also, you need to take a quiz. You will get information on that, and I need you to get that finished up by Friday through the end of the day. So try to get that done so you'll get that grade in for Mrs. Dixon. All right, so here is your work. Make sure you go online and take your quiz. You'll get that information. There you go, lots of things here. Read chapter 21. On page 21, I want you to do the matchup. On page 23, turn to page 23 real quick. I'll put that down. Okay, so we have 6 chapters left in the book. There's 5 lines. So I numbered them 21 through 25 on the lines, and I put chapter 26 under the line. There's enough space because it's 6 chapters instead of 5. So I want you to summarize chapter 21 after you have read it, and then I want you to do on page 21 a little extra. Is it 21? Okay, it says in chapter 24, Opal thinks, wait a minute, I don't want you to do that yet because we're not on chapter 24. Never mind, we'll come back to that. All right. All right, so that's all you're going to have to do is do your summary, do your matching, and read your chapter, and make sure you get your quiz for chapters 16 through 20 in soon. All right, have a great day.